We're in the process, dude.
Yeah. She said leave it down. She'll pick it up. But she has $3 coming.
What if it goes this way the whole time? Like, no.
No, con eso se está
Cool. Thank you.
Roasted veggie panini.
Enjoy. Thank you.
It's going sandwich. Oh, you're so cute.
I look so gross.
Nah, heck no. You're so adorable.
I'm like, it's so gross.
But still, you're so cute. You're so cute.
Sometimes.
Turbo chips.
Chips as in chips?
I think like papitas.
Also, I've grown up around this green.
I don't know.
It's cool.
Like,
Not really lost around road.
They gotta use what they got.
But it's pretty cool. I mean, working on a
They might have like something to drink on.
As the train travels west out of town, you will see one of two territorial prisons that were built west of the Mississippi. Construction on what's now called Old Max began in 1868.
You want a local wine?
The walls, towers, and original cell blocks were built from the mountain behind it, which at the time was a quarry and part of the compound.
And 3-ounce pours?
As Highway 50 curves away, a stone marker points to where Zebulon Pike and his men
Mejor
camped
te
for the
compro una
winter
botella de
in
vino.
1806 and
Me
1807.
compró una
Pike was
michelada.
commissioned by the U.S. government to explore the southwest portion of the newly acquired Louisiana Purchase. Thinking they had found the Red River, they explored the Arkansas River. On the return trip, they explored the Royal Gorge and ended up climbing out of Pike Gulch, which is where the Incline Railway is now located. Pike came back to camp and wrote in his journal that the gorge was impassable, and not even the animals could make trails through the gorge.
couple water. Some water. Anything else for you folks?
I think that's it for now.
Alright, so I have Mountain Dew and a water coming right out to you guys.
Oh. Oh, we'll order when she comes back. No. Pues no dijiste nada.
I was expecting it. What the heck?
It's a ramp. If you take it fast enough on your car, you can hit the mountain. Okay, baby, after the cover.
You don't have to talk to toilet. That's fine.
I'll try to get a picture of it.
Yeah, right.
As we enter Mount Canyon, you'll notice two large tunnels on the north side of the train. These were built as part of a gravity water diversion system by the state of Colorado in the late 1890s. The system diverted much of the Arkansas River to Penrose for agricultural purposes. Just 4 years later, the Colorado legislature ended funding of the project and work ended on the canal. Later, Canyon City took over the project, making it part of their gravity flow water system. This is now called Tunnel Drive, which serves as a beautiful 2-mile hiking and biking trail. You'll see more of the old Canyon City water line as we continue further west into the Royal Gorge. As we travel further into the canyon, Great Creek flows into the Arkansas River from the south. Its headwaters are from the
And here is your You're ready to order? Awesome.
beautiful mountain town of West
Woo,
Point.
we're great.
Tracks had to cross the Bear Creek 24
Vegas burger?
times. Due to poor design,
Alrighty, and what else?
were washed out with each flash flood. So the lines of this
That's it, just the Angus burger?
Just dump the chip, right?
Yeah, it comes with kettle chips. They're homemade at our station. They're really good, I promise. I snack on them from time to
Located
time
in the
myself.
Banana Belt of Colorado and known for its relatively mild year-round
Great
climate,
choice, one of my
this region has
favorites.
become a desirable location for outdoor recreation enthusiasts of all kinds.
No,
Hundreds
no
of
lettuce,
miles of
tomato, onion.
spectacular trails for hiking,
course.
mountain biking, and horseback.
Well, it just comes with lettuce, tomato, onion on the burger, and then there's a pickle on the
World-class
side.
rock climbing and unbeatable whitewater
Okay.
rafting. Round out some of the more popular
Yes, I do.
outdoor activities.
Awesome. With
Today,
the
we'll
group.
be touring the tumbling waters of the
I do,
Arkansas River.
just want to let you know, you guys, since you guys aren't technically sharing a table, the tab is over here. But I already have it split up, so you guys don't worry about it. So they might, they ask if they have the Angus burger in the crosswalk. In reality, it's
The Arkansas River then
Okay?
flows
Just want to explain that to you guys so you don't freak out.
Okay.
Kansas, Oklahoma, and finally into Arkansas to the confluence of the Mississippi River. As we travel deeper into the Royal Gorge, we'll explore the geological processes that created this famous canyon, why rail travel through the Royal Gorge was desirable, and how the incredible feat of link track and running trains through the gorge became a reality.
What's that? That is a
Yeah.
excuse me, folks. Top loader.
How's everybody doing? Good? Good? How you doing?
How you doing?
Everyone has to see us.
I'm on my way, Forrest.
Poor Forrest. Poor Forrest. If he's calling for help, poor Forrest. Alright guys, let me just go grab you some straws. You doing okay so far, sir?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Could we
Here you go.
actually go ahead and order some
Of
lunches?
course. So we have chicken, barbacoa, or both. What are we looking for?
on the side?
Yes. You want sour guac, sour cream with that as well?
Yes.
Alright. Sour cream and guac, or just one or the other?
Both. Yeah, both.
Alright, just want to make sure. So I have nachos with chicken on this side and sour cream and guac. Anything else for you folks?
It's gonna do it for now. I think.
Awesome. I'll put that in. Unless you're good. Are you good?
We're good.
Awesome.
Okay, so ahorita me ahorita le hago smart burgers.
I guess, yeah. We'll go and lunch on
You don't like bubbly water. So, thank you very much. You don't like bubbly water, so.
Hey there, guys.
Hello.
Yeah, you did it now.
Totally good.
this famous line, General William Jackson Palmer made this railroad famous. He saw a booming business opportunity just upstream of Louisville. In the late 1860s, miners descended the upper Arkansas Valley of Colorado in search of carbonate ores rich in lead and silver. These miners were desperate for reliable transportation, and the railroads were happy to oblige. On October 27, 1870, along with other investors, Palmer incorporated the Denver and Rio Grande Railroad with the capital stock of $5 million.
No, give me a
Palmer proposed to build the shortest narrow gauge route to Leadville. Palmer's proposed mainline route went south from Denver to the Arkansas River, west through the Road Gorge to Salina, and over Punch Meadows to the South Moose Valley and along the Rio Grande River, then on to El Paso, Texas. About the same time, the Atkinson, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad proposed laying tracks along the same route. Ordinarily, this wouldn't be a problem for two railroads to build competing lines, but there was a problem just west of Kansas City, as there was just not enough room.
Theoretical, I could eat this.
The River Gorge was an
It's made out of corn.
between the two years of World War IV between the railroads and their race to the new bonanza. Court battles ensued and injunctions and court orders were ignored. Newspaper reporters exaggerated accounts of violence, where sensational news circulated. There were fistfights, and a few broken bones resulted in competing travelers swarming their houses and clubs at each other. Both railroads provided their men with guns. Survey stakes were moved, and both railroads raced to be the first to throw dirt to prove they were the rival party. The Santa Fe even went so far as to hire Bat Masterson and some of his men to protect their progress. Fortresses were built to guard the roadbeds from invading work groups and possible violence. Both parties would intercept telegraph messages.
Wait, so the Pantheon was in the front, that was like the very top?
After 2 years of battles, legal and court actions, and financial negotiations, the matter was finally
Those have
settled.
like
Jay Hewitt, a powerful railroad baron from the Union Pacific, didn't let the courts prevail. He got the owners together and settled their argument. The Denver and Rio Grande got back its railroad. It had to pay the Santa Fe $1.8 million for the railroad it had built in the gorge. Denver and Rio Grande construction resumed, and the rails reached Leadville on July 20,
That book.
1880.
The grass.
Road Gorge War was over.
The cactus.
The area we are now passing through was the location of what was known as the Road Gorge Station Depot. This was also home to the section boss, who led a crew of men devoted to the maintenance of the track.
cute.
Many years ago, however, the section boss moved out and Santa Claus moved in. During the holiday season, the Road Gorge Railroad turns into the ever-popular Santa Express train, which has special permission to travel to the magical North Pole. During the holiday season, this area is bustling with activity. Santa, Mrs. Claus, and all the other visitors throughout the excited boys and girls. Mrs. Claus stays busy preparing cookies and hot cocoa for all the train's guests to enjoy while on board, and Santa's elves love spreading the joy of the season by playing games and singing songs. Santa's village at the North Pole is illuminated with over 40,000 lights.
My help is number one.
Fully historic railroad station where you picked up your train tickets was finished in 1914 by the Atkinson and Santa Fe Railroad, replacing the original
Time I give you one, you're in.
Pickle to
Huh?
Pickle to
Te tiro eso. Yeah.
Sells out quickly, so get your tickets booked today.
No son míos.
Santa Express
¿Y tienes un
tickets
chingo?
can be booked at santaexpresstrain.com.
¿Dónde está el Royal Gorge? So I can jump out on the train. So I can climb up there.
Do you
Like,
think we could move to the train?
no. Like, wait, what do you mean? Like, technically speaking, or give me the scenario? The mine shaft.
There's a couple little concepts.
Okay.
Give me the scenario.
Knocked myself into a corner. Are you guys doing okay so far? Awesome. You guys enjoy outside, alright?
Thank you.
was growing rapidly. Mining was booming,
it's not
and
from you.
there was work.
Doesn't say
Families and businesses were sure to take root. As the local population grew, there was also growing concern about the quality and quantity of the town's drinking water. At the time, water was being pumped directly from the Arkansas River and into homes and businesses throughout town. While the water supply was plentiful, it was not consistently
off for a
clean
reason.
or safe. Due to the steep granite walls of the Little Gorge, the alkaline content of water
Here you
in
go.
town was very high, and the limited filtration needed for the time meant that Kansas City was not able to adequately remove contaminants from their water supply. So Canyon City began to seek a new source of water. The idea of a
So
pipeline
fun
first
fact,
came
right
about
here,
in the
this rock is called
mid-1890s,
Moon Rock,
but it wasn't
because we
until
do
the
get the
early
occasional
1900s that
mooner.
construction could actually
Locals
begin.
and rafters
Due
will
to the
go
difficult
to this
terrain,
spot right there and
construction
moon us.
pipeline was a slow,
Favorite thing in the world,
process.
don't ask me why.
Adding to the challenge was the
So
fact that
sometimes, yeah, so like the rafters, they're relatively friendly. They'll like wave at us. Like I heard you guys screaming out there. And then we just get full moons, broad daylight, all
That was
day.
a full moon.
That was cool.
Oh, did you guys get moon?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I would have warned you guys sooner if you quit running around.
Oh, no, we got it.
Well, so it does happen. Like today, my personal record is 16, busted my face in one run. One of my friends is 30, and another one is 24. So,
By this work,
it's very popular. Locals will literally hike down to Moon Rock just to moon us because they get the biggest kick out of it. And like some people, when I tell them about it, and then they get sad when they don't get moon, I'm like, why would you want to get moon? Like, I don't want butts in my face. Like, I don't know why you want butts in your face. That or they'll ask me like, can I moon the back? Are you gonna watch my windows?
California and Oregon redwood, lumber that is brought from the west coast to Kansas City by rail.
I catch one
The
on my
pipeline was essentially an 8-mile-long wooden barrel that descended along the banks of the Arkansas River at the same rate as the river itself. The force of gravity, combined with the enclosed pipeline, created enough pressure to push the water into town, uphill to the water treatment plant, through 2 sedimentation filtration tanks, and into the public water supply. The pipeline was completed in late 1909 and began carrying water to Canyon City in early 1910. Water continued to run through this pipeline until March 1973.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, why is this so funny? No, it's normally like on the streets. Did we get that much rain? What? Oh, yeah, Logan. Well, it was.
I gotta learn how to cook chicken.
What do you mean like that?
It's like real, but it's not dry. It's like perfect. No está seco, pero no está like raw.
I'm gonna add water.
Mic test, cool.
I didn't know which one worked or not. Cool. Now we know.
Alrighty guys, so right here we're going to be passing a handmade tunnel. So back in 1910, this water pipeline that we are currently seeing right now was built by inmate labor by our territorial prisoners. We do put them to work. So this tunnel was hand carved by the prisoners because why would you give prisoners? Why would you give them dynamite? Like that ain't smart. So they hand dug this tunnel right here, and you're gonna see the exit, and then you can see some of the old pipeline. This wood that you do see here is going to be California and Oregon redwood. They chose this wood because it didn't mold relatively easily, which is very useful when you are building a pipeline.
living
You're
room?
having to
Yeah.
live the nicest day.
Yes.
Now, if you look up, you will see the Royal Gorge Suspension Bridge. Built in 1929, it hangs roughly 1,000
sit there.
feet above the river. It held the record for the world's highest suspension bridge from 1929 until
I'll go
2003.
drop this off.
The bridge currently remains the highest suspension bridge in the United States. The bridge is owned by the city of Kansas City and run by the Texas concessionaire.
Where the right access not free. I pay taxes.
The Royal Gorge Suspension Bridge is impressive. However, the real engineering marvel is the hanging bridge, which we are now passing over. At its narrowest point, the sheer granite walls of the Royal Gorge constrict just 30 feet across. It was at this point the two competing railroads found themselves unable to proceed. A solution was needed in order to complete the railroad. In 1879, engineer C. Schaller Smith was employed by the Elkton, Topeka, Santa Fe Railroad to design a bridge capable of supporting passing trains. Smith's design was considered revolutionary as there was no ground on which to build. Smith designed a steel plate girder 175 feet long, suspended on the outer edge by an A-frame girder anchored to the sheer rock walls on either side, for the then princely sum of $11,759. When constructed, only 10% of the plate girder was on land, while the other 90% of the hanging bridge was suspended over the waters of the Arkansas River. The hanging bridge, as it is called, has been reinforced over the years and remains an engineering feat. The hanging bridge was once a stopping point for passenger trains and has played host to several historical figures and important moments in history. On May 8, 1905, President Teddy Roosevelt stopped on the hanging bridge and had his photo taken in front of the locomotive. 5 years later, in February of 1910, the Chicago White Sox, on the westbound train headed to San Francisco for spring training, stopped and posed for a photo in front of the DNRG 752 locomotive. Today, we stop on the hanging bridge in order to remember those who traveled before us and share the same spectacular views they once enjoyed.
This is crazy because we don't feel like we're just in the same state.
Mm-hmm.
So you watch this and you'll see how they prisoners make us damn. Not to get arrested in this part of
Can you found like what they had to go through to build it? Like you could see some of the holes that they had to go through the mountain.
Very interesting. Sometimes I forget, like, so understood that.
You think the prison has
Yeah,
some stuff about it?
or like people think that, I have a hard time walking with roommates. I have a worse time when we stop. Yeah, that's figured. I mean, if you want to like expecting it to be
You may have been wondering, how was the Royal Gorge formed? There were two major geologic processes at play in the formation of the Royal Gorge: upheaval and erosion. Around 3 million years ago, in the late Cretaceous period, the ancient shallow seas of the area began to retreat, mountains began to rise, and cracks were torn into the Earth's surface, resulting in upheaval. A second but important contributing factor was water. Glacial melt began to move downhill and find its way into these cracks, thus beginning the process of erosion, cutting the gorge downward at a rate difference between a gorge and a canyon is that a gorge is deeper than it is wide, or a canyon is wider than it is deep. So, the Little Gorge is, in fact, a gorge, not a canyon.
Oh, did you know? A canyon is the same amount of wide as it is deep. So this is a gorge because it is deeper than it is wide.
We can look it up in the bartending. I think it's silly. Is that a-
The more you know.
We just passed the bridge, right? Okay. I don't know. Does it go back? So it's gonna be a one-way up there and then. With these hats, it's going down the south. Yeah, it's part of the Continental Track, and it's called the Tennessee Pass. It's called the Tennessee Pass.
Is that squeaking down hitting the brakes?
The last train. Sorry.
I know, you're great.
Hey there.
Heading outside?
Yeah,
for a minute.
Right over there.
Let me know how it is. How clear so far,
So far,
sir?
they're good.
They're good?
Not as good as the view, but they're good.
Get it, yeah? I don't.
Good. Let me go put these out and I'll come right back. Here you go.
When your phone stops recording. Maybe. She said, stop. Ya le va a parar.
Let's take a step back in time to the turn of the century and Canyon City's need for clean drinking water. Once construction was complete and the pipeline operational, it had to be regularly maintained. This task was charged to the caretaker. Between 1909 and 1971, 21 individuals along with their families lived in the caretaker's cottage located on the south side of the river. The caretaker maintained the pipeline 365 days a year. The caretaker would walk the length of the pipeline daily, ensuring it was functioning properly, mending any needed repairs. There were several small warming huts along the way that were stocked with tools, as well as kerosene heaters. The caretaker would stop in these huts to grab a needed tool or to warm himself before continuing on with his inspections. The caretaker made a meager wage, but included in his compensation was the living quarters of the caretaker's cottage. Once a week, they would ride the train into town, gather supplies, then head back out to the belly of the oil floor. Remains of the old footbridge used to cross the river and board the train can still be seen in front of the cottage.
No, you are not.
Just below the cottage is the settling tank. Water from the diversion inlet would flow into this tank, filling a large portion of the tank, allowing any sediment and debris to settle to the bottom. The water would then spill over the interior wall and continue into the pipeline and on to Canyon City.
Yeah, depending on.
Upstream of the cottage, the remains of the diversion inlet can be seen. This is the origination point of the pipeline system. There was once a long-haul dam here that facilitated the diversion of water. This inlet was controlled by hand, with caretakers used cranks to operate gates inside the intake house controlling the water flow into the pipeline. In December of 1972, the water line froze solid, and Canyon City was without water for several weeks. With no way to combat this problem, the townspeople waited for the line to thaw. It was at this time the decision was made to abandon the pipeline. While the operation was very economical, it was time for a new system.
After it froze over, they could cut
The
away.
old
They
water line
decided
thaw
that they no
carried
longer wanted
water
the
for just a
pipeline.
few
So everything
minutes.
that
In March of 1973, the water was turned off and the pipeline was officially abandoned. In 1976, the dam was removed, returning the river to its natural flow.
He said, I guess it's a
Yeah,
good
so what do you
thing.
guys? A Bud Light already. Alright, so I'll send that in, and then you'll.
45 minutes. Half an hour.
for
That you're recording.
I should have recorded you guys were doing
We took off at 6:31.
Alright, that was just a Bud Light. Hello, hello. Am I borrowing orchestras?
Anyways, we have like an hour to
I'll Leslie just.
like a refill on soda. The work on burger.
She's nodding now.
You guys have fun.
That's not like that. That's a what?
Hey, did you want that guy with you? Thank you, Bob.
You knew what you were saying before.
Hope you guys enjoyed outside.
You're lucky I'm
Hey,
eating part every
guys.
time I get mad.
What's that good? What's that?
Is it pretty outside?
Very
Oh, that's
good.
good to hear.
The chicken.
That's the crossbuck. It's one of my personal favorites. Not
Very
too
good.
high.
It looks good.
Cool idea.
It's really good.
What's your name?
Just burger.
Definitely try the crossbuck if you're into it. It's one of my favorite things to order personally. How are you guys over here? How's those nachos?
Really good.
They're good? Awesome. Do you guys need anything else right now? You all doing okay?
Could I get a refill actually?
A refill of Mountain Dew? Of course. You folks doing okay over here?
Yep.
Everything tasting good?
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Or are you gonna order?
I was just waiting for you.
Yeah, no.
Now, let's take a moment. Time
I'm a
travel
black
to
kid.
the Louisiana Purchase. We're back in the day of the
Dude,
price
no, I
of
always come over here to either get coffee or BLE Stroud coffee
James
around.
Monroe France to negotiate a land purchase with Napoleon
If I'm eating,
Bonaparte,
yeah.
resulting in the Louisiana Purchase. The Arkansas River was the southernmost
Alright, so we're gonna reuse that straw and I'll take away that other cup when you're ready, alright?
Everybody done?
Just came out of nowhere.
This land became Mexico. Then, remember the Alamo,
Because my girlfriend got me
the
to rent
Republic of
it.
Texas, and
I'm not Pisces for a reason.
See the shining sea, America.
Are you the only one in the blue for the year? Okay.
In the late 1800s, mining was booming. If you look across the river, you'll see this remains of an old gold source. This source was used by prospectors in the early 1980s to tunnel, wash, and extract placer coal.
No.
There also was where much of the riverbed
You said it yourself.
away. This is an active gold claim, and on occasion a local miner can be observed working this claim, running a small water sluice, and patting the dirt and gravel and the shallow tunnels.
Oh, it was worth it.
Bartender told me to tell her if it was good. No, I'm serious.
Are you gonna wanna go outside? No, no, there's the fuck. The yurts you can rent us.
Hey, y'all see the sellers of these houses?
They don't have a lot of B&Bs over here. Not really any good ones. So if anything, I was thinking of like a little corner. Yeah.
What if I would have told you that a year and 10 months ago? Oh, what? You're coming on a little too strong.
We are now in Parkdale, Colorado, once a bustling town with a population of around 70. It boasted its own railroad station, water tower, post office, mercantile, and saloon. Today,
I feel like
not
I
much
was
evidence remains of its occupant. These tracks were at one time part of the main transcontinental route. From here, the tracks continue up the Arkansas River in Leadville, crossing the Continental Divide through a tunnel at Tennessee Pass, and connect with the current transcontinental Union Pacific tracks at the Moffett Line into Glenwood Springs and continue after California. From 1942 until 1960,
I don't want to go on this ride.
DNRG freight trains using this route daily, with passenger service in both directions. The last regularly scheduled Denver and Rio Grande passenger train ran through the Royal Gorge in 1967, marking the end of the route. The railroad was then absorbed by the Union Pacific in 1995, and in 1996 the Union Pacific ended freight service on this famous portion of what's called the Tennessee Pass Line. In 1998, the Union Pacific Railroad was persuaded to sell a portion of its line in an effort to preserve the scenic route for both passengers and freight. A new corporation was formed consisting of Rock and Rail,
Everyone else doing
which
okay?
aggregate from here and
Some more water, of course.
Railroad,
Can we
each
actually
owning
order
a 50% share
Oh,
of the
of course, you
transport.
guys.
Both companies
You just
operate
get to be
separately,
paid
but
real
share the
fast,
same
and I'll get you
assets.
another water, sir.
On May 15th, 1999,
Alrighty, what can I get y'all?
We're gonna do 2 burgers.
Angus burgers?
One Angus and one veggie.
Alright.
Visitors were once again able to experience the spectacular scene
Veggie burger.
found over by rail. We'll pause here for 5
Anything
to 10
else?
minutes while we're engineering
Any
Can I get more water?
And another water, of course. Of course. So we have an Angus burger and a veggie burger, and of course that water. Anything else we fix? Awesome, I'll go put that in.
Downhill all the way back to the station. On our return trip, our engines will provide the braking power for over 2 million pounds down the 2% grade found in the Royal Gorge. There are several brake tests that will be performed to ensure that things are still functioning as expected. And when we start rolling back towards town, the crew will perform another test called a running brake test. On trains where we have a locomotive on both ends of the train, the engineer will be walking through the train to take his position on the east end of the train.
Wait, did you say
If there is no locomotive on the east end, the engineer will stay on the west end, controlling the train's speed while the conductor stays on the east end, acting as a brake.
This is the furthest we go.
Our engineer and conductor work together
Alright, and we're gonna reuse our straws.
Not a lot.
to ensure safe passage to the Royal Gorge.
There's another one on the other side if you need to, ma'am.
Once we get moving back toward
And here
Kansas
you
City,
go as well,
you may
sir.
see a green
Right.
signal light indicating that we've been given clearance to move back toward town. Our railroad has several signals along the tracks, dividing the line into blocks that allow multiple trains to move through the gorge at one time. The signal lights move green or yellow, and each signal has a different name to change them. But don't be surprised if they're red by the time you see them. They turn red once the first train has passed by them to let trains behind us know
Or do you want to
that
go
the
down
tracks
first
are
or
already
something? No,
on
no,
the
no.
path.
What
On
is
our
it?
return journey to the Santa Fe Depot, we'll let you enjoy the Royal Gorge's visitors Once back at the Santa Fe Depot, be sure to check out our railroad gift shop for special local gifts, t-shirts, and Colorado wear. And don't forget to stop in the Happy Endings Goose Cafe, featuring fresh crepes, paninis, gelato, and espresso coffee. Happy Endings also features some
I think some have arrow chilies and
Thank you for riding with us today, and hope to have you back again as our guest aboard the Royal Gorge Wheel. If you have any questions during your return journey, please let any one of our guest service staff members know. Take it out.
That's not fair.
I don't want to deal with it right now. You crazy?
We'll just slip.